Starting in 2025, seniors across America are facing some of the biggest changes to their benefits in years. And if you or someone you love depends on Social Security, Medicare, or retirement income, this is the time to pay attention. Because first, the 2025 Social Security Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA, has officially been announced at only 2.6%, one of the smallest increases in recent years, negotiations finally kicking in after years of promises, meaning that for the first time, the prices of 10 major medications, including treatments for diabetes, arthritis, and cancer, will start to come down, and insulin costs are now capped at $35 per month for most Medicare recipients, offering some much-needed financial relief to millions of seniors struggling to afford their prescriptions. Despite rising costs for housing, food, and health care, and many retirees are expressing frustration because the smaller COLA does not reflect the true cost pressures seniors face today, especially with essential items like groceries and rent still climbing faster than the overall inflation rate. At the same time, Medicare is also changing, with new drug price. But while drug costs are improving, Medicare premiums are expected to rise again slightly in 2025, which could wipe out part of that small Social Security COLA increase for many people, leading to even tighter budgets. Meanwhile, housing is becoming an even bigger crisis for older Americans, especially those living on fixed incomes. And in response, the federal government just expanded low-income housing assistance through the Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, with more rental vouchers becoming available starting mid-2025, although demand is already overwhelming supply in many cities and rural areas. If you're worried about your retirement savings, you're not alone, because talks have already begun in Congress about major pension reforms for 2026, including changes that could impact how much retirees are able to draw from certain plans, like 401ks and government pensions. And although nothing is finalized yet, early signs suggest a push toward higher minimum distributions and possible tax changes that could hit retirees with bigger bills. Social Security itself remains under pressure, as the Trust Fund report released in April 2025 shows that unless Congress acts, full benefits can only be paid until around 2033 or 2034, after which time payouts could drop by as much as 20 to 25%, sparking renewed fear among current and future retirees about what lies ahead. Adding to the stress, the Social Security Administration is still battling the overpayment crisis, where millions of Americans are being told they owe thousands of dollars back to SSA, often for mistakes the government made years ago. And although officials say they are trying to make repayment easier through waivers and new appeal options, many seniors are reporting confusion, lost paperwork, and hardship, leading to growing calls for a complete overhaul of the SSA's practices. At the same time, scams targeting older Americans are exploding, with fraudsters posing as SSA agents, Medicare reps, or even banks to steal identities and benefits. And the Federal Trade Commission recently warned that 2025 could set a new record for elder fraud, especially as more seniors are forced to manage their benefits online. And finally, with a presidential election just behind us, there's fierce debate in Washington about the future of Social Security and Medicare. And while no immediate cuts are planned for 2025, the next 2 years will be critical for shaping what retirement looks like for the next generation. So if you are 60 or older, now is the time to stay informed, secure your accounts online with strong passwords and two-factor authentication, review your Medicare and Social Security statements carefully, and talk to trusted advisors about your retirement options, because the landscape is shifting fast. And being proactive could mean the difference between struggling or thriving in the years ahead. Stay informed, share this message with others, and remember, you worked your whole life for these benefits, and it's up to all of us to make sure they remain strong and fair for everyone.